everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Untold with Hussein and Ajouz.
And Ahmad ALMazeedi.
Today, we're going to talk about food.
Absolutely.
Food is the way to the soul.
Yep.
We all love food.
It's such a late night. It's going to make us very hungry.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, the conversation will get us hungry and the viewers will get hungrier. So how about we welcome our guest,
Chef Daddy, is it?
Chef Daddy,
Chef Daddy
known
is-
to a lot of people in Kuwait, right after this. We're back on the Untold, and we're having a very food-centered episode.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves food.
Yep.
The way to the soul is food. And we have the Chef Daddy on the Untold.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Good.
How do you feel?
Fine.
Good. What'd you have for lunch today?
Today, actually, I had it. I'm actually eating like a diet.
Oh, okay.
Meals, yeah.
A chef on a diet.
Yes.
It's kind of doesn't work out.
Yes.
Fair. All right. Shall we begin with the questions?
Yeah.
Why food?
Yeah.
It's been my passion since I was a child. I used to help my mom in
Yeah.
the kitchen, so it's one of her ways to keep me quiet.
Nice. Okay.
So, and I used to watch with her TV and
Cooking shows?
Cooking shows, yes.
Okay.
I remember like we had like 5 TV shows.
Oh, wow.
5 channels in that
Fine.
time.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And so I remember the first meal I had, the first dessert she made, actually, I remember.
Yeah.
It was Ali.
Ali.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
I helped
Classic.
Her, yes. And then I started watching more and more, and I started doing it myself. So the first dish I ever made by myself was French toast.
French toast.
Yes.
That's actually,
Interesting.
that's sophisticated, isn't it? I mean, it's hard to make, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I was 8.
You were 8 when you made French
Yeah.
toast?
Alone in the kitchen.
Alone in the kitchen. What, was there a reason
Oh my
why
God.
it was French toast?
Well, I was
Something you
watching,
loved?
I remember I was watching like a program for kids, and in the program they showed how to make French toast.
Nice.
So I wrote it down: milk, egg, sugar, and
Okay.
cinnamon powder. So
Nice.
I was like, okay, I'll try it.
But it's nice that you're like, usually people look at this and like, okay, I'm hungry. I don't know, ask mom for it,
Yes.
order one.
Nope.
I don't
Might
know.
as
I
well
mean,
do
you're
myself,
like,
you know?
let's buy the ingredients. I'm 8.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
very
The first time I
interesting.
made a dessert, it was a cake. I used salt instead of sugar.
Oh,
So yeah, that's a story.
But
of
my
life.
story is kind of similar to yours. I started with my mom in the kitchen. I was around 6,
Yes.
and I made orange
Yes.
cake.
oh,
Nice.
That's
Just
actually
basic,
very nice.
you know, it's so
Yeah,
basic.
yeah.
But that's what I remember how it started for me with cooking.
Yes.
But the name Chef Daddy, where does that come from?
Oh, when I started my account, I didn't want to put my name.
Okay,
So
fair.
just in case it failed. So what I did is I was sitting
You wanted to be
down-
anonymous.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was sitting down thinking about what should I call it? What should I call
Mm.
it? Then my son came because we were living in UK.
Mm.
So he was calling me daddy. Then I was like, yeah, you know what? Chef Daddy, just a nickname.
Nice.
Okay,
That's
kind
how
of
it
makes
started.
sense, you know?
Wow. I mean, okay, and honestly, it's been rolling very well for you.
Yes.
Was this an expected success or is it a shocking success to you?
I had some
You had a vision for yourself?
vision for myself. Yeah,
Okay.
you could say so. Yeah. I
That you
felt
saw
like
yourself
is
in
going
this
to be-
field and this
going
is-
to work.
This is what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, we spoke about what you did at the age of 8.
Yes.
So from the age of 8 up until let's say post-graduation, were you still invested in cooking or did you cut it off for a while?
No, I kept going.
Okay.
Even when I was in high school, my friends used to come to my house. I used to cook.
Nice.
We used to chip in like 3-4 kg each
Mm.
and buy steaks. And
Nice.
I will go myself and buy them and marinate the steak. I'll prepare it. Then I do the cooking myself. So there, yeah, that's it.
How do you like your steak?
Medium rare. Yeah, almost.
That's a man that knows how to have steak.
Oh,
You
God.
well
Okay,
done,
nice.
people.
No, well done is not.
I don't know how they eat it.
If I open a restaurant, I would say if they ask for a medium rare,
No, deny
then I will
service.
say
You're
I
going to
will-
deny them
yeah.
service.
No, you simply
I'll
ask them.
say-
Like,
I'll
I'll be
ask
like,
them nicely, but no.
yeah, don't be like,
No.
order a steak. Anyway, okay, so fair. So you were the person amongst the friends that was into the cooking kind of thing. Do you professionally? What was the first thing that you cooked professionally?
Professionally, I remember I was asked to make a menu for a burger restaurant. So they wanted something different. So I told them, okay, what do you want? They said it was halfa briar. So we want something to remind Kuwaitis of Kuwaiti dishes. I was like, okay, burger. Okay, I will take it as a challenge. So they said they wanted like a Kuwaiti burger.
Okay.
So they gave me ideas. They said, how about we put jalapeno, chili? I'm like, jalapeno? How is that Kuwaiti? So I said to them, I have an idea. Then I went home and I made a marination. I made the burger and the fried onion to taste like مجبوس لحم.
Nice.
So when they try it, immediately they remember
مجبوس لحم.
and they loved it.
Interesting.
Yeah, they loved it.
What a combo.
Yeah, so because they said they wanted something Kuwaiti. So
Yeah.
the spices I use is the one we use in مجبوس لحم. The caramelized onion had cinnamon in it, and
Nice.
the things that we put on مجبوس. So they went crazy about it. It did very well, but then Corona happened.
I mean, that's the common answer with everyone. I swear to God.
Yeah, everyone has a story, but
Yeah.
Corona happened.
Yes.
So, the Stone Age idea that women belong in kitchen, that's false,
Yeah.
discriminatory. But then we find out that men belong in the kitchen, and to the point where men can actually be better than women in cooking. Is that correct?
They did a study, and it's a very scientific study where it shows actually men are more likely to be more passionate about cooking and more successful in cooking because they want to see who is more willing to take a risk in making a dish, and they found out men are more
Nice.
likely.
Fair.
Interesting.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you counted the number of people who are actually in the restaurants making the food, are mostly men.
That was literally just going to say
Yeah.
that. I
And
mean,
if you combine
it's-
the numbers,
And
they
the
found out-
world's best chefs
are
are
men.
typically men.
Yes.
Yeah.
So most there is
Feels like it's a men-dominated field.
yeah, it is actually. It is. It is.
I mean, we're three men sitting on the table. No one's going to say that.
One of the oldest cooking book was written by a man. Where they found it. He's the chef. Is a man.
I mean, to be fair, the world is kind of dominated by men, so there's that.
I feel like
too.
it's a Jordan Peterson
Yeah, I
episode.
don't-
anyway.
It's just a
I think
fact.
It's
We went over what you first made and what you had today. But what are your specialties, let's say?
steak.
Steaks.
Steaks. Yes.
Oh.
Is that, I mean, so, because you said that was back, that, okay, how can I say this? Because that's what you did back at uni.
Yes.
And was that the starting point of your love to steaks?
I always loved the idea of eating meat or chicken, but in general, I like steak. I think everyone has a preference. You find out you have a preference when you grow up. So mine was it has to be steaks. So that's how it started, I guess.
But a lot of people might say that, I mean, that's too simple to cook. What would you?
It is. It could actually be very simple to make steak. But
Do you know? Obviously,
for
it is
me-
very simple to you. I mean, to the general people, actually, like, it's just literally grilling and so on.
No,
But
there's
what
a-
is?
But then you will
There's
see
an
people
art to it.
coming to your DM asking why if my steak is not the same as restaurants. So yeah, it sounds simple, but sometimes doing a steak depends on the steak, the type of the meat you bring, the
Right.
type of the marination, seasoning. It plays a lot of factors.
Is there a specific cut of steak you like? You like Wagyu meat, maybe?
Oh, Wagyu. Wagyu is it's not a cut. It's actually a breed of cows.
It's a breed.
My favorite
Interesting.
cut has to be ribeye and tenderloin. But lately I started to like porterhouse steak, which is the T-bone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it has a portion of it is tenderloin.
Mm-hmm.
So strip loin and tenderloin together. So it's a great combination.
I'm a
together,
big
yeah.
fan of huge tomahawks.
Yes, tomahawks.
Have you cooked tomahawks
Yes,
before?
many.
Is it difficult?
No, but what I do is usually because it is a thick cut.
Right.
It is,
So
yeah,
It
that
is.
one.
Yeah.
I do something called sous vide.
Mm.
Have you
What's
heard of
that?
it?
No.
Oh, it's called sous vide is French for cooked in sous vide, which is cooked in a vacuum or vacuum seal.
Okay.
So what you do is you vacuum seal the steak with the marination, and there's no air inside,
Okay.
and you put it in a water that's circulating heat, so it cook it to the precise temperature that you want.
That you want. Okay.
So it's very non-French cooking methods. So it cooks the steak the way you want it, the
Right.
temperature you want it, and the longer you keep it, it becomes the steak actually enhance, get better.
Okay.
And you just sear it.
I see.
And
I've never actually heard of that. So
Yeah.
because I know there are many different kinds of cookings. I mean, there's
sous
some.
vide is one of the best way to cook a steak.
I see.
Nobody.
I would
argue
like
about
to
it.
try a tomahawk cooked by you one time.
Okay. I will
Right
try.
now.
right now. Right now.
Sure. If you want, how about Okay, we will set a date.
Okay.
So, what do you think? I mean, obviously, because you love meat and you love steak. I mean, what do you think towards all the meat-free steaks that are coming out nowadays?
Meat-free,
Or the meat-free burgers, the meat-free
Meatless?
steak.
lab-made, lab-made meats.
Impossible burger or something.
There's that.
Honestly, like it's a thing nowadays. I mean, it's basically, like, in my opinion, it's a trend. We're basically
But
just meat-free
It
products.
seems to be that's the way it's going.
There's two types. There's fully vegan, and then there's from their DNA they're
Yeah.
recreating the meats.
No, but not necessarily. It's It's
No,
what do
the
you
one
call
he's
it?
talking about called in vitro meat, which
Yeah.
I did a study about in college.
Okay, well, what do you think about that?
It is an actual meat.
Yeah,
It is a meat.
It is,
It's
but-
plant meat, technically. In
technically.
A lab. Yes.
And vegans will consume it.
yes, they can consume it, but what the problem is, vegan. They say you're not supposed to eat meat in general.
Ah,
And
okay.
actually, some studies does prove that if you are fully vegan,
uh-huh.
not lacto vegan, not oval vegan, no, you're fully vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Studies have shown yes, you will actually live a longer, healthier life.
If you're vegan.
If you're vegan.
Yeah, but I don't want to live that life.
No, I was like, for what?
Yes.
Well, I guess one of the directors are going to live a long, long life.
So you mentioned something actually in the middle. You said that you did a study about it. So that means because I assumed you're going to be an engineer, a doctor, or something. But it seems like you also invested your education in the cooking field as well.
Yeah, because when I want to study my master, and I have a bachelor in English.
Bachelor in
literature,
English.
yes. So I want to study what we call a TESOL, which is teaching English
Oh yeah,
for second
teaching as
language
a
speakers.
second language. Yeah.
And I took like a pre-master class year.
Okay.
So they teach you how to do master studies. They teach you how to do research. So the first one was actually do research about in vitro meat, which is
Interesting.
literally meat made in lab.
Made
Nice.
it.
Okay.
And we did a study on research on how it's made. Is it better?
Is
seems
it
to be-
better?
Well, right now when they make it, it becomes like minced meat, like a burger.
Okay.
So with technology and time, maybe someday they will be able to make an actual like a muscle.
Yeah.
So it becomes more like a steak.
I see. So it is healthier.
It is
In
healthy
theory.
because it's controlled meat.
It's controlled meat.
Yes. Yeah.
What about like the new trends? And I mean, I asked you about the meat-free products. What about like your opinion about veganism or all the other trends? How many trends are there nowadays regarding
Oh.
meat? Oh, what's the trend? What do you call it? What's the diet called where you eat only meat?
Keto and paleo.
We eat only meat.
Only
Keto.
no, not
No, not keto. Not keto. No, no,
The
no.
one Jordan Peterson is doing.
Yes,
actually
it's 100%.
doing.
I was like, because that's
uh,
where the question came from.
I forgot what it's called. I know it.
Our
Uh,
director
yes.
knows. Here, say it.
So
Carnivores.
the carnivore.
Yes,
Okay, fair enough.
carnivores.
So
Yes,
the
yes.
carnivore
Of
diet.
course. Cats.
Carnival means lahmi.
Yes, yes.
That one, all right.
Yes.
So, I mean, to me, at first, when you first hear about it, it's like a crazy idea because you're eating only meat.
I have a friend
What's-
who's doing it actually. He only eats meat.
Only meat.
Only meat. Chicken or beef or fish without salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper is
No
not
salt
supposed
and
to be
pepper,
good
no,
either.
no, no.
So-
Where's the joy in
Where's
life?
the joy?
They say, I remember I heard George
So
Peterson's
boiled
daughter
chicken?
was talking about it.
I,
yeah.
I watched a little video when he was talking, and I swear I
Yes.
was almost brainwashed. I was like, should I be doing this?
I've been thinking about it, but I don't think I'll be able to.
I don't think you can and
No,
still
I
be
can't.
called
No,
Chef Daddy.
No, you can't. You can't.
Chef Vegan, maybe.
No, yeah. No.
Chef Vegan Daddy. There we go.
No.
No?
Chef V. We're going to actually have to go on a break
Yes,
right now.
all right.
So we'll be right back with you for the conversation.
We're back on the show, continuing our very food-centered episode where all food is here. My question to you is, how have you utilized social media to your advantage in the recent times?
Well, I always wanted to have a foot in social media, so I even tried, not tried, but I did share videos on Facebook in 2009 up to
Oh, wow.
2016,
Okay.
where I will share some of the food I make and the cooking I make. But now what I'm doing is, because I want it to be different, because there's a lot of cooking accounts
Right,
on social
right.
media, a lot.
How do you
Even
distinguish
especially
yourself?
for men, it's
Yeah.
more trendy to be trendy. If you're a man, do a
To
cooking.
have a
Even
cooking
if they don't know how
account?
to cook, they will just like just.
It's a trend. It
Yeah,
became
it's
a trend. Okay.
So
For men to cook. you
For
mean?
men, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fair. People would like it, but okay, fair.
yes, so I was like, okay, how can I be different? Because everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, you know what? I will just have social media influencers, famous people, actors, singers, broadcasters, and as a guest, and I let them cook, or maybe they will cook something for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So I brought many celebrities, influencers. There are actually a lot coming, but right now they're waiting for my new kitchen, my new studio to finish,
Nice.
so we could do the videos there.
What's the plan for the new kitchen?
It's like a guest room, an open kitchen concept. So it's a guest room, and at the same time, there's everything the guest need. Like for example, bathroom, sink, and couch. So they just chill.
Right.
So
Okay.
they can chill, and at the same time, we could make a video. So it's gonna take like 5 to 6 months to arrive.
So it's pure
because-
content creation concept. So
Yes,
you
yes.
pure for content creation.
Yes.
So you said you've been bringing influencers with you. So essentially, do you like agree on cook the meal together?
Yeah.
How did the idea come? I mean, because what I find so interesting is that people, because obviously social media is dominating the world nowadays, and
Yes.
suddenly you find that everyone needs to become a content creator,
Yes.
regardless of what you do.
Yes.
Honestly, lawyers need to be on
Yes.
social media
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So because you have to sell yourself.
Yeah.
So what kept you? What didn't keep you kind of just in your kitchen cooking for your kids? How did you have the courage to post your first video?
Oh, the first video I didn't show up. I didn't show my face. So it
Yeah,
was
you
in my
like to
hand.
staying
Yeah, I
anonymous.
was like, and actually, I wanted to keep it that way. Maybe
Yeah.
just like a surprise. This is
Right.
how I look like. Maybe
Yeah.
after 5 years. So, but I was like, after a month or two, I get tired. I
time.
can't explain. I need to have my face there to explain. So it did help.
Having your face featured
Yes,
helped.
yes,
Okay.
it did help. And then I start to ask other influencers to come to to my Instagram and to make a collaboration video, and they like the idea. Some would ask for money. I can't, so I'll be like, no.
Just literally friendly request kind of
It's
thing.
just if you said if you say yes, then you're welcome.
You're
to
welcome to
Because I am on your Instagram right now, and honestly, it's very, very, very impressive. Like the amount of videos you have and the amount of meals you've cooked in your lifetime. It's
I want to be on the list that there are people
Inshallah.
waiting to come cook. I want to come cook
who
too.
decides on the meal?
Usually, the problem is why I can't bring a lot. Sometimes it's because all of them they want the expensive stuff.
Oh.
So I'm like, if I'm gonna bring like 2 or 3, that's like 3 to 400 KD a month.
I think they should bring the ingredients with them of the dish they want to cook.
I'm curious. Let's assume I want to come and cook. Okay, and I'm
Okay.
choosing something expensive. What is the expensive
Usually
stuff?
they say I want the wagyu. They see the wagyu.
Okay, they go there.
And
Top
they would
tier.
ruin it because they don't know how to cook it.
Yeah, usually no. If sometimes what I do is I will tell them, "Do you know how to cook a steak?" No. Okay, I will.
Okay.
I will tell you how to cook a steak.
Get them a normal steak.
So you
like-
guide them step by
yeah,
step.
yeah. That's what I do.
Okay.
So the problem is every time, even my friends, they say, "Ah, we want to come." I'm like, "Yeah, do you have money?" I don't have money. I'm really broke. So because every time a guest comes to my house, I will spend around 100 to 200 KD
Ooh.
just yeah
on that one guest.
because
make
usually
one
the
meal.
guest comes with others.
Right.
So yeah.
Do
For
you-
example, I bought one. Sorry.
No, no,
I
go ahead.
once bought a steak, just 1 kilo is like 80 KD.
Oh my
And
God.
People came like 7. And how I'm gonna share 1 kilo
Right.
with 7 people?
Right.
That's
So
when
I
you-
had to drive back
the
again
fries.
and get another steak. Yeah.
That's when you make
Just a
extra
lot of
vegetables.
carbs
Yeah.
and it's like 1 kilo of steak.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, in terms of your social media account, honestly, just curious, what has been the hit for you?
There is a video I did, which is actually there's the video with Layali Dihrab did very well. On
Because
TikTok.
of
Layali Dihrab.
why did it make?
Layali Dihrab has a great characteristics. She has a very, she has a the charisma when she do the video. She's very natural and I think people like that. So,
Okay.
Yeah. But my most viewed videos has to be a cauliflower, which is a very known cauliflower by Bibi Abdel Mohsen.
Okay,
So she did a very famous cauliflower.
yeah,
Yeah, so I was like late. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I didn't think it will do well. Actually, it did like 5 million.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
5 million views.
Combined, if you combine it with TikTok, yeah, 5 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a job during the day, or is it
Yeah,
just
I'm a teacher.
Dude, he
We
did
didn't
study
ask
English
about
and
that.
TESOL.
We didn't ask about that job.
He told you his degrees.
Fair.
That would be
so
his
you
field.
work. So now you work as a teacher. You cook. You invite influencers. You also cook with them. You cook for them. You have your kids.
Yes. Yeah, it's
How do you
very-
have?
How many hours a day do you have? 48.
I don't have enough time. I'm doing so bad. My back start to.
Oh,
hurt.
that's
I
not a
have
good
it now,
idea.
shifted disc.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is.
Is that from being up on your feet cooking?
Yeah, because my schedule is full. I finish work.
Mm.
I go back home. I try to sleep for an hour. I go to the gym. I do the video.
Oh,
Do your own personal stuff.
I do not envy you, my
you
friend.
you don't have time. Yeah, yeah.
Life
You
of
don't
an
have
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly.
I work like 6 or 7 hours at 7
Are
days
you
a week.
teaching in public sector or private
Public,
sector?
yes,
Public
public,
sector.
public,
All
yes.
right. What level?
High school.
High school.
Yes.
That must be
It is a pain.
interesting.
Yeah.
Do they know your background, the students?
Yeah, when I walk in the school, they were like, hi, Chef Daddy.
Did they call you that in school?
I mean, I wonder. It's like, imagine my teacher was like a very famous chef. It's like, wow.
Oh,
Some will say, like,
do you then bring them food sometimes?
I wanted to, but
Okay.
I didn't know what's the protocol for it, so I didn't do that. But
mean-
what I do is to encourage them to do well in school,
Mm.
I will have like prizes, so money prizes helps. So
From your pocket.
yes, like if you want
You actually pay them from your
Yeah, paying the students.
yeah.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yes.
Motivation is key.
It does does work actually.
It
I
does
mean,
work.
Yes. It does.
I can
Obviously-
only imagine it does
Yes.
work.
It seems like you're someone that's willing to put everything on the table to achieve what you want.
Yeah.
So what is it that you actually want?
This
I
is
mean,
why I'm broke right now.
listen, fair enough. Honestly, I mean, how can I say this? This is a quote in Arabic, but anyway.
You can. I'll translate it right
it's like,
after.
yeah, do you know like الحاجة أم الاختراع? You know what I mean? Like
The need is the mother of
creativity.
invention.
So what I'm trying to say is that since you're in a situation where it doesn't matter broke or whatnot, or you could just not have a kitchen, for example. It's just a need for something. It's obviously creating that willingness to take action and do things. But what I'm trying to ask is, what's that long-term vision that you see every day that's keeping you pay from your pocket, that's keeping you say that, hey, I'm broke, but yet again, you're going to go and cook tonight? Honestly.
Yeah, I just felt bad for myself.
No need. You should be proud of yourself,
Yeah,
honestly.
no, I just remembered.
That you're not broke?
No, I'm actually broke. I think it's the idea that maybe someday I will make something of myself. I have a goal. I have a small goal.
Yeah.
What I do is actually to achieve to my higher goal.
You have smaller
is
goals on the
smaller
way.
Goals, yeah.
Okay.
So I have a goal right now. Is I want to be so successful I could easily buy a Ferrari from the Ferrari shop-
Dealership,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, if you can afford to buy a Ferrari cash, let's say,
Yeah.
Right.
okay, you're doing well. So the
Okay.
Ferrari is just an icon for success.
Yeah.
Then after that, then I would see what I'm gonna do.
So is that what you want to do, or is that what you've done? Sorry, I didn't
No,
hear
I
that.
didn't.
Okay.
I
I want to know if you own
I'm
a
broke.
Ferrari.
How
'cause
can I have a
was
Ferrari
wondering
if
how
I'm
gonna go
Maybe
home.
that's why you broke. You spent your money on the Ferrari.
I don't have a Ferrari.
I wanted to go back to the students. Did you encourage them to cook in any way?
Students,
Your
yeah.
students,
Some
you encourage
students
them
do
to
come
cook?
to me. They would be
Yeah.
like, "I like cooking." I'm like, "Yeah, you should see. Maybe you have a
Maybe you have
talent
a
for
talent
it,
or
you
a
have
hobby
you could-
for it.
Yeah, look, you either have a talent or skills. Skills is something you can actually earn by yourself, by learning.
Right.
Talent is something that you have.
You have from within. yeah.
Yes. So maybe he will discover it by himself.
Maybe a field trip one day
Yeah.
to that kitchen you're opening.
Yes.
Take the kids and
Yeah,
have that session.
Yes.
I think they'll give you permission to that, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
could help
working on
out
a
with
kitchen, but it's gonna take 2 to 3 years maybe to
All
be able
right.
to make it. Yeah.
All right.
Do you think it's going to be shocking for people watching this to know, like, because now we're actually getting to know the human person behind the page, and people usually judge on social media
Yes.
quite a lot.
Oh, a lot.
And they might think that you actually do drive that Ferrari that you were
No,
talking about
no.
earlier. They don't. Okay, fair enough. What I'm trying to say is that what were one of your biggest challenges or that you've been facing along the way in this content creation world? I'm not even going to say food cooking. It's just content creation world.
Yes. Can you be more specific about the question? I'll repeat it again.
It's just the challenges you face by
the
cooking on
challenges.
in the content creation process.
Not necessarily related to food.
I mean, because you're a content creator at the end of the day,
it
honestly,
is.
you
You
are.
face different obstacles as a
Yes,
content
yes.
creator.
You do face challenges from others who try to take you down. For example, to consume a lot of your time. You have to do a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could have a bad effect on you. So you sometimes like, oh, why am I in this field? Sometime, why did I open my Instagram account? So yeah, it does challenge you, and it does sometimes get you like an anxiety at night. You can't sleep because you're thinking about what's the next thing I have to do.
Up until this day?
Yeah. Because right now I'm thinking about the new kitchen.
Right.
I'm doing it right now. They're building it. I'm like thinking about it. Okay, how much do I need now? Okay,
Right.
this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this ads coming. So this ads will give me this much money. I'm getting paid to the
100%.
yeah.
As a chef, you have to face criticism.
Yes.
How have you dealt with that?
Chefs don't like criticism in general. We don't like it.
So
feel bad.
actually, it's a good time to ask a question, though. It's a good time to ask a question.
Why do you feel that way, though?
I don't know. If I when I was watching Gordon Ramsay, I'm like, why is he angry?
He is very
Then-
angry.
then I
He's
was
very
like-
angry.
I remember when I had someone in my kitchen and they are screwing everything. I'm like, get out. So you will understand.
But
how
if
it's
you
like.
had, like, if you opened a restaurant
Oh.
and you have your customers,
Yeah, exactly.
and they send a dish back saying it's not up to their taste, how would you feel?
If they didn't like it, a feedback would be a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do accept feedback.
You have to, but you personally you don't like it. Some people are open to criticism.
Okay.
I'm actually more. I do encourage people to express their opinion
Because they
a
might
lot.
actually
Yeah.
improve your dish. They
Yes,
might.
it does. It
They
does.
might,
Yes, it does.
You know?
Yeah.
But why is it that chefs don't like criticism?
I don't know.
What if
It's
someone
something
doesn't
about
actually
us.
like
I
the
don't know what
meal?
it is. It's like I don't like it because I think it's because of the effort. You know, when you work on something and then someone says, "Yeah, it's bad," I'm like,
Like, imagine they're watching
Yeah.
us and saying, we're bad hosts. How would you feel?
Horrible.
Do you know the film called The Menu? The Menu.
Yeah,
The
what
menu.
about
Yeah.
What
There's
about
a
the
movie.
menu?
It's about a chef.
Oh,
No, actually,
It
no.
was released like last year. It's really great because it does show you how the chef goes through. Because sometimes you will have a great meal, but then they find one thing about it. They will generalize the whole dish. Okay,
Yeah.
what about the other things I did? The 99%
right.
of the things that's really really good.
Yeah.
Maybe you should look at that. I think that's what makes chefs don't like criticism because they see their effort and
Fair.
they know what it's like.
Getting to the end of the segment is just kind of asking you simpler questions. Let's
Yes.
just call them. What is, as a chef, what's your favorite cuisine? I know you like steaks, but what's your favorite cuisine in general?
It has to be Asian. in
Has to be
general.
what?
Asian.
Asian.
Asian, yes. Like Korean, Japanese, Indian, Taiwanese. I love
Korean
them.
barbecue.
Yeah,
is
Korean
great.
barbecue.
That's
I had an idea to open a restaurant of Korean barbecue. But,
Yeah?
still thinking.
Still thinking. There's like 2, 3 in Kuwait.
Yeah,
And
there's
that's
like 2
not
or
a
3.
lot,
Yeah.
so
It's not a big-
It's not a dominated market.
It's not a big concept in Kuwait, is it?
If
It
you
can
want
be,
to do
it
a
can
Korean
be.
barbecue, you have to, but it's gonna be very how would
You
you
gotta
have
do it
to make it
properly.
Kuwaiti. No, you're gonna have to make it Kuwaiti Korean.
Well,
A real Korean.
do
I
we
like
have
that's
to-
what I like.
Do we have to make everything?
Like for example, most
Conform?
of the Japanese here,
We gotta
most of the
conform
Japanese
everything?
here, most of the Japanese restaurant here in Kuwait is literally not
Conform to Kuwaiti
Conform,
taste.
Not
yes.
even
not even Japanese, to be
Right.
honest.
Majbous salmon.
Yeah. For example.
What?
I mean, the guy made it. Majbous have used onions. All right.
All right. So as we're reaching the end of the episode, we typically like to ask our guests any advice you have for maybe up-and-coming chefs. Space is yours.
Just do the effort. Don't give up easily, to be honest. Try to think out of the box.
That is
And,
important.
Yeah.
right.
See what's something that you're good at. Maybe concentrate on it. So it's okay. A lot of my followers knows most of the food I do present. Sorry, is mostly steak. The ideas for steaks. Like for example, I'm the only chef who I know who does sous vide. I'm doing so well with it that I start to sell them. And
Nice.
yeah, sous vide is really the best way to cook steak, to be honest. So yeah,
You made me think of a question. Is there a cuisine that's difficult for you?
yeah, I think pastry. I don't like doing cakes and desserts. So pastry in
You don't
general,
touch them?
no.
Okay. Even though you started out with desserts.
Yes, but I only like few.
The classics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Fair.
right. Fair.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you
you.
for your time. We'll be back with the wrap up.
Well, if you weren't hungry, I guess now you are. For me, I'm hungry and guilty that I don't know. I can't actually cook well. And yet again, this guy can make
Maybe
everything
we
in
can
the
hang
world.
out with him and learn. Well, I know how to
Yeah.
cook. You don't, so.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
What's he?
Studying abroad must have taught you how to cook.
I mean, I do know how to cook basic things.
No.
I know
do
how
the
to
dishes
make-
I love.
Like,
Chicken mechbous, meat mechbous, okra stew.
aren't those very simple to make?
Okra stew.
Really?
I started creating things.
Fried eggs.
Fried eggs is for you. Well, it was a fun conversation, and we learned a lot about Chef Daddy, Chef
Yep,
Yousef.
absolutely.
And, well, everyone, I think, is going to order something now.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I hope you tuned in tonight and enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time on The Untold.
Good night.
Good night.